Meeting 1631 is called to order. Dr. Lake, do we have any changes to the agenda?
We do not.
Do I have a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Andy and a second by Jen. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right, motion passes 7-0. At this time, we would like to invite our Sappington Elementary students to come forward and help lead us in our Pledge of Allegiance. So if everybody who's able could stand. I love it. Thank you. Okay. At this time, I invite Dr. Takesha Parker and Stephanie Warner to come and present their special recognitions and learning report.
Hello. I am going to first start with our fourth grade student. She may look a little bit taller than our fourth graders. It's actually her mom because Mia Paleo got sick today. So come on down, Amy. Mia is one of the hardest workers in all areas of her life. She consistently demonstrates the 4 core values that we strive for at Sappington. She is always the first one to offer a helping hand to a teacher or fellow classmate. She is also very thoughtful about her classmates' feelings, needs, and emotions. She is intentional about making sure no one feels left out. She remains humble at all times. Mia consistently displays empathy toward all people, self-control in all settings, inclusiveness, and open-mindedness at all times. We are proud to recognize Mia tonight for her big heart, hard work, and the kindness she shows to everyone at Sappington.
Very proud, so we have a certificate recognizing Mia as a Spotlight Student of the Month. And then you can never have enough of these member t-shirts, so there you go. There we go. That's right, we're gonna get a quick picture right there. Let's say, see what you missed.
I'm a proud mom. Thank you.
Now we would like to recognize Cooper Stone, our 5th grade student. Cooper is a standout leader who consistently exemplifies the core values we uphold at Sappington. He is a responsible member of our morning announcements crew, setting a positive tone for our entire school community every day. What truly makes Cooper shine is his unwavering integrity. He is the definition of doing the right thing even when no one is looking. Cooper is courageous and doesn't hesitate to speak up to ensure our environment remains a respectful place for all. Whether he is assisting an adult, supporting a peer, or showing kindness to younger students, he is always willing to help others because he has a kind heart. We are proud to recognize him tonight for his commitment to being a leader with both his words and his actions. Cooper is a true role model for Sappington. Congratulations, Cooper.
Congratulations, buddy. Good job. We have a certificate here recognizing you as Student Spotlight of the Month for Sappington Elementary, so there's that. And as I stated earlier, you can never have enough Lindbergh swag, right? So there you go. So we got you a t-shirt as well. So let's get a quick picture. We're gonna get right here in front of the plane back there. There we go.
Now we would like to recognize our 2025 Support Staff of the Year, Mary Nahn. Mary is our daytime custodian, and she has been in the district for 4 years. Mary is truly the heartbeat of Sappington. Every day, she walks through our doors with a positive attitude that sets the tone for our entire building. She is someone who consistently goes above and beyond. Mary takes immense pride in her work and holds herself to the highest expectations, and it shows in every corner of our school. We have never seen anyone quite like Mary, who will literally run through the halls to ensure she stays on schedule and that our environment looks stellar. She is an incredible hard worker. Whether she is assisting a teacher with a last-minute request or helping a student, Mary is always willing to lend a hand. We are beyond fortunate to have her as a part of our school family. We know that Sappington simply would not be the same without her. Mary doesn't just maintain our building, she cares for our community. Congratulations, Mary.
Thank you. Well, Mary, congratulations. We have a certificate here recognizing you as the support staff person of the year, so there's that.
Thank you.
We let the adults pick their swag, so we have a $30 gift certificate for you for our online spiritware store. And so there you go.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank
Well
you.
deserved. Let's get a quick picture here.
And now we are proud to recognize our 2025 Teacher of the Year, Miss Jen Eilers. Jen Eilers is our social emotional learning teacher. This is her 26th year with Lindbergh and Special School District. Jen is the kind of educator who truly lights up a room. She is known throughout our building for being a passionate, consistent, and nurturing presence, especially in the lives of our most vulnerable students. As the absolute best advocate for our students she supports, Jen ensures that every child is championed and has the resources they need to succeed. While her role is incredibly demanding, Jen makes the most difficult task look like a walk in the park. She navigates every challenge with a smile that we have never seen fade. Her dedication goes far beyond the school day, as she often stays late to collaborate and ensure that everyone is kept in the loop to best support our students. Jen is the epitome of grace under pressure, keeping it all together, while lifting up both the students and staff around her. Jen demonstrates exactly what it means to be an effective, supportive, and selfless educator. She is truly our Sappington superwoman, consistently and tirelessly doing whatever is best for our students. Congratulations, Jen.
Congratulations. We have the certificate for you for the online spiritware store, and then a certificate here recognizing you as Sappington Teacher of the Year.
I didn't even call it. I need to introduce myself first. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so I am Dr. Takesha Parker, proud principal of Sappington Elementary. We are excited to share the highlights and growth of our school this year.
And I am Stephanie Werner, and I'm the proud assistant principal over at Sappington, and it is a joy to be with you guys this evening to share about Sappington. Slide. Perfect. We are very proud to share this data with you. This slide reflects our fall and winter iReady reading diagnostic results and shows the percentages of students performing at 3 levels: on or above grade level, 1 grade level below, or more than 1 grade level below. Our compass goal is that 80% of students in grades K through 5 will show or will be on grade level by spring. What this data shows in front of you is movement. Across all grade levels, we're seeing students shift out of one of those categories to another, specifically moving from the one grade level below to on grade level. This movement is significant, not because it just reflects our amazing students. It's not just static proficiency, but it reflects growth, which is amazing here. This tells us that our core instruction, our targeted small group instruction with our LTAs, and our coaching cycles with our instructional design coaches, and ongoing CLT data conversations are positively impacting our student achievement. We continue to monitor progress closely within our CLT data conversations. We make intervention adjustments and align to our benchmark curriculum resource to ensure that we continue to sustain this upward trajectory.
And I am excited to share our fall through winter student growth and achievement. Write this date down, November 19th, 2025. Our building leadership team set the goal to move the number of our multilingual learners who are 2 or grade levels below in math to 40% by winter in January. That was 15 students, that was our goal, moving from 20 students to 15 students. Our building leadership team set that goal. We have 3 focus areas within our building leadership team. We have the compass tracking team who set the goal to have 40% of our students who are 2 or more grade levels below in math for our multilingual learner student group. We also have a professional learning subgroup. They decided that we needed to make sure that we invited our new math coordinator, Mackenzie Blackburn, into our collaborative team meetings in order to support our teachers. We also have a school culture team, focus group. This team set the tone that these are our students. This data does not reflect only our EL specialist, Erin Griffin. This is our data. So then they went back to their grade level teams and they were tasked with looking at names, not numbers. So they looked at the names of our students who were performing below grade level and told their story. What barriers could have been in place? Was it attendance? Was it focusing? Was it something at home? Or is it truly not having access to the resources that we have at school? And we also identified some systemic barriers that prevents our multilingual learners from accessing the support that they deserve. So remember I said November 19th, right? All right, so we had 20 students and our goal was to move down to 15 students for our winter benchmark diagnostic, which we took in January. Next slide, please. We surpassed our goal. We had 23 students who were now 2 or more grade levels below in math, not 15 students, 9 students. And this is because of the work of our teachers. These are our students. And we did not stop there. We celebrated with our math coordinator as well as our instructional design coach and set the tone for the next steps. What are we going to continue to do to support all of our learners to continue to have that targeted instruction and to have that collaboration which all of our Sappington students deserve? Next slide, please. Yeah. Oh, I'm the next slide.
We could That's great.
Any questions around that data? Thank you. No, that's our team.
Good for
that's
them.
our team.
Yeah.
Lindbergh Life Success Skills is embedded in everything that we do at Sappington. It's not its own framework. We are dedicated to have it involved and integrated in all of our student experiences. The pictures you see are just a few highlights. We have ongoing collaboration with all of our students in all areas of their learning. We also believe in the importance of having community partnerships. You will see the pictures below. Second grade, they invited First Community Bank to come in and give a lesson and also have a hands-on experience for our students to practice bartering. We also had, for our second grade team, they had a virtual field trip inviting a farmer to talk about his job, his life and how he is making an impact on his community. So we do not let distance stop our students from having the experiences they deserve. Our teachers work hard, they will figure it out, and that's what we are about at Sappington. We also were intentional about having our students set individual goals this year, as well as tracking their goals. These are their personal goals, the ones that they are proud of, the ones that they are committed to. So those pictures reflect either personal goals or class-wide goals. I believe I've said this for the past 4 years. Thank you for giving us 2 full-time counselors at the elementary level. The impact of our counselors by February of this year, you can see the numbers of the lessons, the check-ins, the groups, just everything they have been able to provide for all of our students. They are super impactful in everything that we do. They also send home newsletters to their families to talk about the lessons that they taught, at-home activities to reinforce those messages, as well as books that they can check out, borrow, or buy in order to reinforce those messages. And they also partnered with Circle of Concern Food Pantry for a service project where we had students bring in cans, and we donated, and we had, you can see the number, 788, which was astounding. So again, Lindbergh Life Success Skills is not a framework. We are not just preparing our students to be learners, we are empowering our future leaders to thrive when they leave Sappington.
And empowering our students is one component, and also empowering our teachers and ensuring that they are part of all of our messaging. One of the ongoing pieces of feedback that we get every single time we take the Culture and Climate Survey is that they want an increased partnership between our SSD staff and our general education staff. So we set this goal. You can read it right there. And guess what? We were successful. Not only did we have multiple opportunities in our MTSS meetings, but we also invited our SSD staff to be part of grade level collaboration meetings, which was awesome. And how did this happen, you might ask? Our teachers partnered together to intentionally select dates to ensure these opportunities would work, not only for SSD staff, but also our gen ed teachers. This is a direct reflection not only of the wants and needs as mentioned in the Culture and Climate Survey, but also the commitment to our students as a unified team. Because this isn't just about special education and general education teachers just meeting together. This is about Sappington teachers planning together, analyzing student data together, and problem solving together to make an impact on our students. Prioritizing our shared ownership and strengthening our supportive school culture, which all have a distinct and significant impact on our employee well-being and performance. Next slide. All right. Now, are they even satisfied? That's the question, right? We do all this, and are the students even enjoying it? You can see here, and we're very proud of this, that our next, because this is our next focus, this is extremely important because of the students' sense of belonging and connection to Sappington. The District Compass goal calls for 80% of students who take the Panorama survey to be able to identify a trusted adult. Based on our previous data from other SEL surveys that we've done, we increased this to 90% of our students by May of 2026. As you can see on the image right below that, we have already passed that. At 93% of our students responded favorably that they believe that there is a trusted adult in their life. It's a little bit less within the building at 86%, which is fantastic. However, we want to continue to be mindful of that, so we drew out a bunch of student names from there and targeted to be able to make connections with them. As a building leadership team, we have prioritized visibility, relationship building, and restorative conversations, because trusted adult relationships are foundational. Students who feel connected and are more engaged take greater risks and demonstrate strong resilience. This work directly supports our culture and climate goals and our academic outcomes. Next slide. And finally, something very exciting, personalized learning and student agency. This slide highlights our work in personalized learning, specifically student agency through self-monitoring and goal setting. These images are highlighting a personalized learning, just an example. It comes from a first grade classroom where the teacher partnered with our instructional design coach to analyze student writing samples and help each student to select their own individualized writing goal. You'll notice that the stars in the image right next to it, those stars represent the number of times that a student has demonstrated that targeted skill correctly. Each star marks a successful application of that, leading towards mastery. The goal sheet then remains on the student's desk as a daily visual reminder for them to generalize that task out to other subjects. This process builds precision, feedback, and ownership. Students know what they're working on, can track it themselves, and see their growth over time. That is personalized learning, intentional, visible, and student-centered.
What questions do you have?
We're excited to share about Sappington, if you didn't notice.
I don't have any questions, but I just want to say that I like how you are pointing not just to the data, because the data is important and it shows us things, but you're turning that data into how can I help this child, because that's the whole point of the data. We don't want data just to have data. We want data so we can find a kid and help them. So I appreciate that you emphasize that.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. At this time, I'll turn it over to our student representative, Stella, who will give her student report.
Good evening, everyone. Okay, February has been a great month for the Flyers. This month, the Lindbergh Flyerettes delivered an incredible performance on the national stage, securing a third-place trophy in the kick category at the UDA Nationals. Competing against the most elite teams in the country, this podium finish marks a major milestone for their program. Tonight is the opening night of the winter musical production of the hit Broadway show, Mamma Mia. So you guys should all go, and I know that might sound biased, but I know that I'm going, and the theater department always does an amazing job, and I recommend that you all go see it. On Sunday, February 22nd, Student Council is hosting a winter get-together at the high school from 4 to 6 p.m. There will be concessions, games, a movie, and more. This is a great way to help students connect with each other and meet new people. Since I get the opportunity to tour all of the Lindbergh schools, I decided to ask the same question to each group of kids. What is one thing you love about your school? Fourth grader Adrienne said that she loves Sappington Elementary because, quote, she loves how inclusive it is. On February 19th, I toured Sappington Elementary's beautiful campus. Sappington has a very diverse student body. For instance, most of the fourth graders were telling me that they were working very hard on a Black History Month paper, which is great to hear. Every student agreed that art and PE are their favorite subjects because both classes foster a sense of independence and an incredible performance. Moving on, Lindbergh swim and dive team delivered an incredible performance at districts, sending a program record of 3 divers to the state meet. Congratulations to Kaylin Marcuzzo, Evie Pyle, and Caitlin Bellew. Additionally, the girls wrestling team placed 6th at districts, setting a program record with the 4 state qualifiers. Congratulations to Quinn Hope, Sophia Stecker, Natalie Hollis, and Matilda Ridgway. Lastly, I wanted to point out a student at LHS for their incredible results on this year's National German exams. I'm not sure if I'm saying their name right, but Anna Buchanitz received a gold ranking, placing them in the top 10% of all students nationwide. Most impressively, they ranked as the #1 student in the entire state of Missouri. Thank you.
Thank you, Stella. Okay, at this time, we like to take a small break because we know that many of you are just here for the special recognition. So if you would like to leave, now's your chance, but you're welcome to stay if you want.
Thank you so much.
All right, we will move on to consent resolutions. There is one this evening. Do I have a motion to approve the National School Social Work Week resolution as presented?
So moved.
Second.
All right, so I have a motion by Andy and a second by Christy. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right, motion passes 7-0. I will say that National School Social Work Week is March 1st through the 7th. We do appreciate everything our social workers do for our students and our community. At this time, we'll move on to citizen communication. I don't see anyone signed up tonight for citizen communication, so we will move on to communications, and I'll turn it over to Ms. Voss for the calendar of events.
Okay, we have quite a few calendar events and announcements. The first announcement is that the League of Women Voters will facilitate a candidate forum for the Board of Education at 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday, March 11th, here at Central Office, 9350 Sappington Road. February 19th to the 21st is Mamma Mia, and you'll see me there on Saturday if you go. February 24th is the Communications Board Advisory and LHS Night of Orchestras. February 26th is the Student Life Board Advisory. March 2nd is the LHS Night of Bands. March 3rd is the Middle School Night of Orchestras. March 4th is the Facilities Board Advisory. March 5th is the LHS Choir Concert. March 9th is elementary conferences. March 11th is pre-K and elementary conferences. And then at 6:30 we have the Board of Education Candidate Forum. March 12th is more conferences and the Board of Education meeting. Our upcoming board agendas for the next meeting on March 12th include regular business items. For the record, items tentatively include program evaluations for guidance, counseling, and career program evaluation, multilingual learner, school climate, and parent, family, and community involvement, and the facilities plan. There will be a Lindbergh Leaders Resolution, and Concord Elementary and Idea Center are scheduled to be in attendance for their recognitions and learning report.
All right, thank you, Ms. Voss. We'll move on to report of meetings. Does anybody have any meetings that they would like to report on?
Christy and I were at, there's an online, I'm not sure if it's monthly at this time, PLC, where board members from the community meet and they talk about legislative updates. And there were a lot, and they were mostly negative. And so I know even more bills have come out against, that will affect schools if they pass the way they're written in a way that could seriously impact the budgets. So I'm not going to go through them all, there's too many. So if anybody has questions about those, Christy and I both attended that, and then I think there's another one tomorrow that we'll attend as well, or I'll try to attend if I can. So there's updates on all the legislation that's going on.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think just to add, there's like 225 or something out there for education alone. And I don't know, I think we have a pretty good school system in Missouri. A lot of great public schools, private schools, the charter schools. It's you can check, that was the MOAB, to see their accountability scores. They're not as great. MOCAP, here, I got it right here. MOCAP report, they're not as great. So again, I think our public schools are doing wonderful. They're looking to rearrange the budget for the state. So we will persevere, I promise you.
Yep.
That's it. That's all I got. Oh, I did attend the FBLA conference. I don't get to judge Lindbergh students, but I judged other students on entrepreneurship, and they all did a really great job. It's fun to see the students, they have to present, and our business case was they started a restaurant, and so they had to create their business plan and then present it and ask for money. And they did okay. Some didn't ask for the money, some did ask for the money, but it was fun nonetheless. So that's it for me.
I went
So I didn't have a meeting, but I got to accompany the Flyrettes to nationals. And I just have to say, like, before we left, the coach said, like, this is a business trip for these girls. And the amount of work, I mean, they were 12 to 14 hours a day on, like, practicing on their best behavior, like, representing Lindbergh like you wouldn't believe. And I was saying, like, my family, without my flyerette went to the parks, and there were tons of teams, like our girls did not party or vacation or go to the parks, like they were working the entire time they were there, so just a shout out to them.
I went up to Jefferson City with some of the teachers, and we got to walk through and talk with some of our legislators about some of the legislation that's in flight, and we're going back up on the 10th to continue those conversations, because it's important. There's a whole lot of stuff out there, and the people who are writing them don't always have the best lens into what really happens in a public education setting and what it takes to run a school district. So I encourage anybody and everybody to reach out to your legislators and let them know, what you think they're doing right and what you think they're doing wrong. Do both, because they listen more if you tell them if they do something right. Just a note, you might have to dig a little deep on some of them, but I encourage you guys to get involved and advocate whenever you can.
All right, anything else? All right, perfect. We'll move on to our cabinet updates. We'll start with Beth.
The Communications Board Advisory is meeting again next Tuesday, and we will have a presentation from our new high school activities director, Sean Irwin. He's done a lot of really good work to improve parent communication, student communication, and engagement, and so looking forward to having him share that with us.
Great, thank you. Dominic.
The Technology Board Advisory was not able to meet last month because we had a snow day. However, we did send them an update on things that we were working on, and one of them is a Securely Home, which we added some new features 2 weeks ago. Everything went smooth with that. And then the other thing is a technology survey that we're sending out, and that survey will go out to parents and guardians tomorrow morning. And then over the course of the next month, we'll be sending it out to our staff and our students.
All right, thank you. Joelle, you're next.
The Finance Committee met this week, and we went over all the board items, and we'll talk about them shortly, which there's quite a lot of individual ones that are getting things happening on our construction projects. So they're kind of boring, but they are very important. I will say we did talk about legislative too, looked at 2 bills that I will tell you numbers on that we really want folks out there to dive into that are substantially have an impact on Lindbergh schools as one, all schools, but of course Lindbergh's. It's House Bill 2780, and that's the omnibus property tax bill. There's several items in there, so that's one if anybody wants to drill down and look at that on the state website. And then House Bill 1766. Both of those have some property tax implications that will be somewhat devastating if they do pass to Lindbergh and other school districts in Missouri. So there's a lot out there on legislative, and it's a good time to just keep your eyes open and look at it for the next couple months as we get through it.
Well, I'll just piggyback on that. The fiscal note that Joelle has, we have shared with our representatives and our senators as well. And so they're aware of what impact that would have on us.
All right, thank you. Tara.
Student Life has not met since our last board meeting. Teaching and Learning Board Advisory met, and once again, Julie Durham, our Real World Learning Coordinator, joined us. She is a gem, and what she is doing to support and improve programming for our students has already been significantly impactful in the short amount of time she's been in the role. Particularly at this last meeting, the focus was on the career pathways and taking a look at our high school navigator and organizing where specific classes can go within pathways for students to earn additional credentials. So garnering input that we are doing in conjunction with our high school staff from our parents to get perspective around how we can organize courses into a way that makes logical sense for students' potential future careers.
All right, thank you. Brian.
HR committee did meet. We covered a variety of personnel topics. We also previewed the second semester enrollment report, which you'll see we have exactly the same number of students as we did at the September enrollment report, which is great, very steady. And that was the bulk of our meeting. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We'll move on to action items by consent. Are there any consent agenda items anyone wishes to remove for individual consideration?
I don't want to remove anything, but I will be abstaining from the portion of the financial report that pertains to Ameren Electric due to conflict of interest, like I said to everything else.
All right, thank you. Are there any other further requests or declarations? All right, great. Hearing none, may I have a motion to approve the February 19th, 2026 consent agenda item as presented?
So moved.
Second.
All right, I have a motion by Jen and a second by Megan. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right, motion passes 7-0 with Andy Lawson abstaining from the portion of the financial report related to Ameren Electric. We did have 2 donations this month, so we would like to thank Pampered Chef and the Kirkwood Optimist Club for their donations. All right, moving on to the individual action items. We have 6 this evening. So we'll start with 10.01, permanent sidewalk easement at Sparing Middle School / Farmers Club. To open the discussion, do I have a motion to approve the permanent sidewalk easement with St. Louis County as presented and authorize the administration to execute all necessary documents and file them with St. Louis County Records of Deeds?
So moved.
All right, I have a motion by Julia and a second by Andy.
Sure.
Any discussions or questions? Joelle, is there anything you want to add?
It shows we're moving faster on construction. This one, I'm not going to go into it too much. You see the detail, but this is a great addition. This is St. Louis County putting a sidewalk in front of the Farmers Club, so it'll extend from Sparing and into the front of the Farmers Club, which is a great addition. And then hopefully they'll continue extending it until we get down to Concord School. So this just provides that easement and is a legal procedure. So that's it.
Any questions? Okay, we'll go ahead and vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passes 7-0. All right, moving on to 10.02, construction management at risk Holland guaranteed maximum price at Sparing. To open the discussion, do I have a motion to approve the Holland GMP of $16,059,204 for the Sparing project, funded from 2024 Prop R bond proceeds, and authorize the administration to negotiate and enter into a contract for the same as presented?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Jen and a second by Rachel. Any discussions or questions? Joelle, is there anything you want to add to this one?
I do want to point out we do have a Holland rep in the audience here. This is Matt Frank. He's worked with us.
He's also a Lindbergh parent.
Yes, he's also a
as
Lindbergh
well.
parent. Yeah, so we could say that, which is an awesome combination. I would just like to say this board's been through a lot of CMR and knows the process well. And working with Holland has been good. Our GMP and the bids, we got multiple bids, many bids, which is always good. That validates the process. We did come in slightly under budget, which always makes all of us happy. So job well done. The paperwork that they presented is very informative and gives a lot of detail. And we can get this approved and we can start on Sparing.
Great, any questions? All right, perfect, we'll go ahead and vote now. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passes 7-0. All right, moving on to the third one, 10.03, cross-access easement and agreement at Sparing Middle School. To open discussion, do I have a motion to approve the cross-access easement and agreement with Southside Church of God for the Sparing Middle School parking lot project as presented, and authorize the administration to execute all necessary documents and file them with the St. Louis County Records of Deeds?
So moved.
Second.
All right, I have a motion by Julia and a second by Jen. We'll open it up for any discussion or questions. And Joelle, do you have anything you want to add?
More Sparing, so thanks for approving the GMP. That's the first step. This also is exciting because, as you know, we've been working with the church next to Sparing over the years. We have a very good relationship with the church. Our parents have been using that now to park and have the kids walk up, but this will actually be setting up a roadway there. It's just an agreement between the church and the school to allow traffic to flow through the church and out to Tasson Ferry, and the campus circulation at that property a year from now is just, you're not going to believe what it looks like. So there is a lot of paperwork involved in getting these roadways set up, but that's a big part, is being able to access Tesson from the church.
Great. Any questions?
I don't have a question, but thanks for explaining. I was trying to figure out what we were doing here. I know what we're doing, but I was trying to figure
Yeah,
out what
where
this
there's a
is.
walkway now, that's gonna be a roadway, and we'll be able to have, exits out that, and it'll be really good.
Cool.
Yeah, and I just appreciate the church willing to have that partnership with us too.
They've been great partners.
Okay, we'll go ahead and vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, opposed? All right, motion passes 7-0. All right, moving right along. 10.04, Prop R 2024 sparing site work. To open discussion, do I have a motion to approve the Sparing Middle School drive loop construction for the Farmers Club and Sparing Middle in the amount of $1.5 million pending TIPS approval and authorize, wait, that's not 1.5 million. That's is that 1.5 billion?
No.
It's million.
It's million. I've got too
make
many
sure the numbers
zeros
right.
in my head on here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't
Back that
scare
up.
me, no.
In
We'd
the
be
amount-
slightly out of budget
I was
on
like,
that one.
whoa, okay. In the amount of 1.5 million, pending TIPS approval and authorize administration to execute a contract as presented.
So moved. Oh, second.
Christie? Okay, I'm gonna give it to Christie for the motion and Megan for the second. Any questions?
There's a lot of information here, so I understand that it gets cumbersome. This is the bid. We did ourselves just self-bid this. Actually went through TIPS, which is one of the cooperatives that we work with for the bid on this. And so as we're talking about all these things with St. Louis County and getting everything in order so that we can construct, this is the actual cost of the project to do the site work. So we appreciate if you approve it.
Great. Any questions? Okay, sorry about my zeros there. Seeing so many of them. We'll now vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passes 7-0. Okay. 10.05, MSD Stormwater Easement Agreement at Sparing Middle School. To open discussion, do I have a motion to approve the MSD Stormwater Easement Agreement for the Sparing Middle School site work and campus circulation improvements as presented, and authorize the administration to execute all necessary documents and file them with the Metropolitan St. Louis Sewer District?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Andy, second by Megan. Any discussion or questions?
This is again so that we can move forward on our site work. All the fancy words for MSD stormwater easement like BMP and basin, all of that information is attached to the agreement so you can kind of see the design and how that's all going to work out. But having a stormwater plan with MSD is very important when you're doing site work. So we get this approved, we can move forward on that.
Great. Any questions? All right, we'll vote now. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passes 7-0. Last one, 10.06, Long Elementary Crosswalk Improvements Letter of Agreement. To open discussion, do I have a motion to approve the letter of agreement with the City of Crestwood for an installation of 2 crosswalks at Long Elementary School?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion by Rachel. And a second by Andy. All right, any questions or discussion?
This one was a long time coming.
Yep, I would say this is the last step in a lot of work to get that crosswalk, and that light set up that we wanted at Long. So this is the final thing that St. Louis County is asking for, to have in writing that the school and the city agree on the crosswalk placement. And so we're very excited that once we sign this document, progress can happen on that behalf.
So do we have a time frame on that yet then?
My hope would be August. Again, hope. So I would definitely say early fall, but we'll just have to see. So the loop itself will be done. It's just, will it be signalized yet or not? The crosswalk will be done, but we're not sure how long it'll take to get the light. And so.
Great. Any other questions? All right, we will vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passes 7-0. All right, that's enough of that. We'll move on to, yes, thank you, Joelle. We'll move on to 11.01 for the record. We do have 11.01.01, official enrollment second semester count day, 2025-2026. This is for information only. Questions may be directed to Dr. Brian McKinney. Moving on to 12.0, return to closed session. We have already conducted all of our closed session business. Therefore, there is no need to return. So we will move on to 13.0, adjournment. Do I have a motion to adjourn board meeting 1631?
So moved. I was waiting for more numbers.
No, 1631 billion. All right, motion by Jen.
Second.
Second by Julia. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passes 7-0. Board meeting 1631 is adjourned.